Hey all, this is me Hack, and in this video we will work, or I should say we will make our own web fuzzer, or you can say directory buster. It will not be as good as the tool which you use like GoBuster or Ferox Buster, but hey, like we will try to learn something new over here, right? Again, like it will not be the best, it will be fairly simple, but we will try to learn something. So we will start by importing the request module. Import import request module. And if you don't know anything about it, there's like some good documentation, right? You can probably go over here and have a look at it, but I will try to explain. It will be not with the most detailed one. It will be good enough to complete this particular project. So so after like importing the request module, what next thing which we need to do will be, we need some sort of a URL which we can call it out, right? So I will give a make a variable like r equals to request dot get. Again, like you can go back to the documentation if you don't know anything about it. But yeah, like I would say, no one really knows everything, right? You have to give a try. You have to try it, right? It's not like I know everything, right? But I'm trying. So we need to import the request. After importing the request module, uh, then we request a request get. Then over here we need to specify the URL. So for an example, we can probably try something like google.com. And again, like this is, I think, in a malicious way, we are just calling it out, right? Um, then we can try to run it. Let's see, and we see nothing. Okay, this is cool. We can print out something like this. Print R. Let's see what we see. Okay, we see response 200, which means status okay. Okay, sweet. This is good. Now, since we need to make some sort of a directory buster, we need like a lot other stuff, right? So we need some sort of a word list which we can open, right? And we can probably go through it like in something in sort of a loop, right? For a loop maybe. And then we can something like some sort of a magic, like mixing matching the URL with the word list and then curling it out by using the request module. So we will try to do something like this. Again, it might sound a little bit complicated, but trust me, it's not complicated, it's fairly easy. So the next part which we gonna do will be, um what we can do is like we can use something like this fit open. Then I can specify the file name, which will be in our case test, and we want to open as a readable file, right? Read, um which open, we can also say like as f. Again, like nothing to be worried about over here, right? And if you don't know about this function like with open, again there's like some great resources on the internet, and you can probably go back to them, right? So we see this. If you want to refer it, you can do it. Now now what else I'm gonna do will be, we after like opening the file, like we, in this case, like I want to list out the content of the file test. So what I'm gonna do is like for inf like this, then I can print out the print I, right? Let's see. Okay, so like it says like response 200. Then there's like hello maps. Okay, so just to make things like it's actually working, what I'm gonna do is like I will cat out the contents of the file on the machine, which is test. And we do see like there are three different things like hello maps, and we see the same thing over here, which is cool. Okay, that this is fine. Now the other thing which we need to do, which will actually make a fuzzer, will be like we need to actually fuzz a particular URL, right? So at the place of like printing I, maybe I can comment this part out, and I can do something like this. I can create a variable called word list, uh, word list something like word. Again, like, I'm bad at naming things, right? So yeah, please bear with me, but you can name anything. Then I can do like strip like this, so it should like remove like white space character, right? Let's see. Again, like after doing it, maybe we can try to print it out. Let's see. uh I can try to print it out. Okay, so it does remove the white space character, which is cool. Now the other thing which we need for this will be, we need to mix and match the URL with the word list over here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I will put something like this. I will make another variable. I will name it as new URL like this, and I will use f strings. And again, like if you don't know about f string, you can probably search about it. It's not something which is complicated. Don't make stuff complicated, right? So I can like, now what I can do is like I can put R over here, but just wait and watch what will happen. I can put R like this, and I can also put the word list thingy, like word list word, absolute garbage variable name. Anyways, we will bear with me. We will ignore that part. Then I can give something like new URL, something like this, right? And let's see. It says like response 200 hello map 200, and it adds after it. Okay, so this is not that great. So now what I want is like, so if we try to fuzz it, right, we shouldn't so our actual like URL currently looks like this, response code hello, and if we try to fuzz it, it will not really work, or it shouldn't be something which will be usable. So what I'm gonna do is I will remove this complete part, and over here like I will import sys module, right? And I can do something sys dot agree like this, and I can give one for now. Sweet. Now what else I need to do will be, um let's just run it. Let's see. Okay, so we do need to give a URL which will be http example.com. Let's see, example.com. Okay, so sweet. Okay, so this kinda looks like a URL which we can first, but hey, like there's one more problem over here. We can see, if we give if a user gives a URL like this with this like slash, we say, right, with this character, it will be added again because we have this over here. Again, like I'm trying to, please bear with me, but I'm trying to make, I'm trying to make stuff easy over here. So it will like, if a user gives something like this, like http example.com with this slash, right, it will be added, and again we will get something which will not be usable for us. So at the place of like, we can also give something like this, and an average programmer or a person will say like, hey, like I can remove it, right? It's just a slash character. Hey, like what if like you have a URL and by mistake you make some sort of a thing, right? So let's ignore that part, please. So what I'm gonna do will be, we can use something like strip. So over here I can do like r strip, and it should remove, let's see, r strip. Let's see if we can remove it, and it does remove this slash from it, which is cool. Now we have a working URL. Now the only thing which we need right now will be, we need to make a request. So I'm gonna comment this part out now, comment this print part. Now what I'm gonna do will be, I will make a simple request, new request, something request, if I can type it. Then I can say request dot get again, right? Get, and I can give my new URL over here, new URL, and here, let's see. I gave the new URL and it should work. The only thing which other thing which I need will be I need to print out the request. So over here, like, I need some sort of a if statement, which will be something like if, like this, new request, right? New request dot status code, and we can probably set this to 200, and or we can add a or statement and something like 302. You can make changes, but I just want to see 3 or redirects too, so I can do like new request dot status code, and I can do it to 302, right? And yeah, now I can print out the contents, which will be uh, found URL, like this, and I can put in the name, which will be new.request. Okay, sweet. Now we can try to run it. Let's see. Okay, I don't think any of them will be valid. So at the place of example.com, let's go with google.com. Again, like, it's not something intrusive or hacking. It's just like simply curling it out. Okay, so it says, huh, interesting. So okay, so at the place of new request, we can probably print out the new URL here. Oops, if I can type it properly. Okay, so let's see. And we did see like found URL Google Maps, which actually exists. And if no one believes me, I can probably copy it, right? And I can open my browser real quick. Let's just a minute. So or what you can do, okay, so let's type it out. HTTPS, sheesh, let's just ignore it. Yeah, it does exist, trust me. So now the other thing which we need over here will be, we don't want to like hard code a particular word list, right? We need freedom, right? We want to use, we want to use like we want to use like as many word list which we want, whether it be like sick list or something different, right? So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is like I will add like one more like argument variable over here, which will take things for our word list, right? So let's just try it out real quick. uh so at the place of test, right, I can try like sys dot argv, like this, maybe. Hopefully it should work, like, I don't know. Let's try minute. hmm let's hope like it works for us, bro. It needs to work for us. Okay, so let's try. Let's see. No such file like says. Okay, so we need to remove the quotes, and hopefully it should work here. It will work now. Now let's see. And we run out of an index, so I can get test over here, and we need to wait. Okay, so it works. So now here's the thing, right? We can import this, we can like improve this code a lot, right? And maybe like at the place of like hard coding the status code like 200 and 302, what if we want to see some crazy person wants to see like 5 internal server error, huh? So we can do that too, right? And we can do a lot of other stuff. We can make this faster by using something called threadings. So we can do it, but in this video I don't think we will be talking about threadings or changing the status code, because I want to keep this video as simple as possible. But here, like, if you want to work it, right, you can probably make some tool, right? You can probably make this thing a lot better, right? And you can probably tag me on Twitter. My username is like hack10101, right? if you I can probably see it, I will be happy like someone actually does something cool with this thing, right? So here, like there's like a lot of room for improvement. This was just a very basic thing, but I felt like I should make a video because not a lot of people know. People know. They think they don't know anything, but they actually know a lot. Anyways, like I hope like you found this video helpful, and I hope like I was able to help anyone. Thanks for watching it and have a great day. Bye.